back to Between the Ribs with Jonathan Morris on Florida Man Radio.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
You can go to sleep.
I want to pet that dog. I want to pet that dog. Let me pet that dog. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. If you're not on YouTube, I need you to go to YouTube and watch the show. If you subscribe to YouTube, between Jonathan Morris, Between the Ribs 10, and send me a pic, or how can we confirm it? I gave away 10 steaks last week. Did I tell you about that? Did you know about it?
I didn't know.
So I was at we had been at like 397 for like 4 days. And I was trying to get to 400. So I was like, you know what? This is a two-way street. So I put out a thing on Facebook. I need 3 people to subscribe to YouTube to meet my next goal. You subscribe, I'll give you 2 steaks. I had an amazing response.
Heck yeah.
I actually went out to 5 people. So I gave 10 steaks away.
Okay.
Because it happened so fast.
Yeah, you had to put it into that, or you would have
Well,
gone
it happened so fast.
business.
I felt bad for the 2 people who literally, because it came in boom, 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 boom. And the 2 people that missed out by like seconds. So I was like, all right, everybody, I'm going to cap it at 5 people. And I sent 5 people 2 ribeyes. And I thanked them for joining the YouTube, Jonathan Morris YouTube. But we went from 397 to like 425
I saw that.
that night.
I saw that. But your videos are also getting thousands and thousands
Yes,
of views.
we're getting up there.
And it's within minutes.
Yes. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
But if you're not already on our YouTube, you have to go, because Heather's going to have videos stitched in today of today's show. And you're going to see, I want to pet that dog. I want to pet that dog. And for the people who don't go to YouTube, you have to go to YouTube. It's a video of a mom and maybe a sister and aunt, somebody coming out of a grocery store with their kid. Is he dressed as a werewolf or a hound? Or is that a fox?
He's definitely a fuzzy or a furry or something like that.
Oh, he's a Furby. He's a Furby.
Not Furby.
Furry.
Furry. Yes, furry.
He's got the hat, the glove. He looks like a mascot at a college.
Can you imagine him in Florida? That mask must smell.
Could you imagine walking out of your house with your mom like that when you were a kid?
Oh, no.
And it's not Halloween?
I mean,
any other day
I
of the
let
year.
my little one go out in princess clothes or wings every now and then, but
But they don't
she's
go
5.
to church or to school dressed up as a fairy, do they?
No. There was a brief year and a half where my child did wear a unicorn headband with a horn every day, but she had several of them, and she didn't think she was a unicorn.
It was just a headband that she liked.
Right. She did not believe she was a unicorn.
Okay, well, like Aurora wears that Haitian head thing you saw her in the other day.
Yeah.
That's her little Haitian head bonnet thing. She doesn't think she's a Haitian. She just puts her hair up in it, and she does housework, and she just enjoys it.
She keeps her hair beautiful.
Yes,
and she does have gorgeous hair.
And
so
she sleeps in it. So, but she doesn't identify as a bean picking Haitian out in the fields. They wear those to keep their hair up and keep the gnats and the dirt out of their hair when they're out picking vegetables.
She wears it to keep the gnats and the dirt out of her hair when she's cleaning. I'm kidding.
Whoa. Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
That's the only time I've seen her with it.
Yeah, she does her housework and she sleeps in it. So there's, again, the next generation that we're raising. This is a grown-ass mom with another grown-ass adult, like nothing's going on. They're not embarrassed. They're unloading their grocery cart, just taking their sweet time. And do you know what I got most out of the video? Other than the asinization of this cat walking around, this
The
kid.
mother not caring?
No. Did you see the entitlement of this little bastard? Watch the video again.
Okay.
So if Amy is pushing a grocery cart, and we get to the car, and any of our kids go to get in the car while Amy's unloading the cart, they're gonna be unlifed. It's not even a conversation. They immediately start unloading the basket for their mother. And they help load the car for all the stuff their mom just bought them from the store.
Because they are participating members of this family.
Yes, this kid, and it never took the mask off, so I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. but it was dressed as either a white fox, a white wolf, or a white
bet it was her husband.
sheepdog. It was her husband. Oh my gosh.
Her wife.
Oh yeah, it could be. It could have been a tripod relationship. You know what I mean? Little doggy fever. Little,
Jonathan, stop.
What does the fox say? Anyways, the kid went straight to the back door, opened it, and proceeded to get in the car while the mom and whoever the other person was, it was another older person. It could have been a grandma and aunt. Who knows? It was just another woman together. Maybe they were in a relationship. Who knows? But the kid proceeded to get in the car, didn't even look over to be like, hey.
What might have? He was wearing a head thing. We don't know if his head turned and his eyes looked that way because his head was still facing this car.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Anyways, that was one of my biggest takes is the entitlement factor. One, that this kid feels like it's okay to go to the grocery store with his parents or her parents and publicly embarrass them. Two, that the parents allowed it to happen. And then three, the kid didn't even offer or make an attempt to unload the grocery cart.
Yeah,
like, this is my world. My world, y'all just live in it. But again, I blame the parents because the parents should have not allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to tell our children, no. It's a great fantasy idea when you're 5 and you want to dress up. And this is what really peed me off about it.
Do tell.
I can't play cowboys and Indians no more.
Right?
My kids can't play cowboys and Indians no more because it's cultural appropriation and we're running around with cap guns and bow and arrows and we're playing like, hey, I'm going to fake scalp you.
Well,
but
you show me the fox that is upset that we're dressing up like them and I will absolutely shut that down.
You know what I would love? If I'd have been in that parking lot with my new Turkish Kangol.
That dog would have.
And he would have identified that kid as a threat because it looked like a predator. Would I have been wrong if my dog would have jumped out of my truck and attacked it?
Yes, you actually would have been.
But he's dressed as a wolf. And
dressed as. Doesn't matter.
My Kangol's dressed as a Kangol.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to read you something that was posted on Facebook. Again, problems that we have to address. We're supposed to be love, acceptance, tolerance, right? And Heather's going to try to stitch this in on YouTube. And we may do a video about this later. I don't know if this is a real question and answer from a husband and a wife or if some idiot just typed this up to create hate and controversy. This is what it says. It's from Scotty Johns at something. You're a rewind.
Oh, okay.
You're a rewind. I said to my wife, do you think anyone will commit suicide because they could not get an abortion? ? She instantly replied, yes. Then she added, there will be all those boyfriends and husbands that murdered them because they couldn't get one too. First of all, even for me, that's terrible English. It's a bad sentence structure, correct?
Yes.
There will be all those boyfriends and husbands that murdered them because they couldn't get one too. And that shook my effing world.
No.
Husbands and boyfriends are going to murder their wives and girlfriends.
Well, then those should already be in jail.
They shouldn't be in a relationship. And let me ask you this.
If you're worried that the person you're sleeping with might kill you if you end up pregnant because they're sleeping with you, then that's not healthy. That would be a toxic relationship that you should leave.
Yes.
And if you can't, there are numbers that will help you. Start with 211.
Yes. There are so many things wrong with this statement. Okay. First of all, the abortion thing and the election is all over. It's done. Who's still talking about this? Right? We made up our mind. 71% of Americans voted. We made up our mind. And I didn't bring this up to have the abortion debate, okay? I believe God takes care of things, and what you do is your life. I have my own sin. What you do with your body and your life, I'm not voting for it. I'm not voting for the approval of it.
Right.
I will vote no every time because I'm not going to stand before God and be like, yeah, I was the one guy that put the vote over to yes to make it legal. So I'm not going to ever vote for open, free-range abortion. I'm just not doing it, okay? The other thing that I thunked the thought, and I thought this thunk, 100%, not 99.9, not 80, not 72, 100% 100% of people who fight and advocate for abortions are not products of abortions.
I was going to say, they were born, weren't
They were born. They are only alive to fight because someone did not abort them.
Did I send you that video the other day of that girl who was being interviewed, or she was in a crowd? She stepped up to the microphone to ask. It might have been Tucker Carlson. I'm not really sure. The statement went on. She was saying that she had a really bad bringing up. She lived a very horrible life from age birth till 6. She shouldn't be here. She should be dead. She's surprised she hadn't been killed in that time frame.
Because of her parents were that bad?
Whatever was going on in her world, yes. She was going through some of the worst abuse.
Okay.
And the interviewer was like, and I've got chills, he's like, "Are you glad you were born?" And she's like, "Yes. And I made it through that."
Okay.
So yes, all you people saying just because they're going to have a bad life or their parents can't afford them and all this other awful stuff, kids go through awful stuff all the time.
Yes.
And survive and come out. And then they advocate for other people who are having hard times.
Yes. Because they're alive to fight the good fight.
Yes.
And I'm not condoning any bad behavior. Kids should never have to go through that kind of abuse or torture.
Absolutely not. But it happens.
It builds character.
No, let's not go there.
Oh.
It does not build character. No. Regardless.
You don't want me to do a Ron DeSantis slavery? A Ron DeSantis slavery is like, hey, look, man, slavery built a lot of character. It made some really good black people. That's still funny that he said that. I'm not laughing at slavery. Please don't take me the wrong way. But the fact that he was like, man, slavery was good, man. We built some character out of that. He's still our governor. People love him. I'm just mad because he lied to me. Other than that, he can do anything he wants to. I don't care. Just don't lie to me no more. But it rattles my brain when 100% of the people that are fighting to kill people, unborn people, are only alive to fight because their mom did not abort them.
Yeah.
And you know, if you ask somebody online, I try not to fight online anymore. But if you ask somebody online who's like pro-abort, you're like, hey, aren't you glad your mom didn't abort you? And they're like, yeah, but at least she had the choice. Really? Like, that's your response? At least she had the choice? So you just want the choice? Is that what you're mad about? You're just mad because you don't have the choice to kill the baby. You don't really want to kill a baby. You're just fighting to have a choice to do it? It doesn't make sense to me. The other thing that doesn't make sense to me is now we know where some of the drones are coming from. All of a sudden, out of crickets from the FBI and the federal government, now we got a couple owners. Florida Man Radio and the world, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. We'll be right back.